Yeah, mini toothpaste. Take down the Manfredi mob.
Yeah, I did.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I'm too busy doing your job.
What?
I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work because I am going on vacation.
What up, dorks?
What's up? We're just talking about the trip.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
What are you gonna do? Nothing. That new guy's all over it. You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
This is Mr. Beck.
We have a job to do. You're coming with us.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
Awesome!
I didn't think I was gonna have to save the world this summer.
What do you want, Peter?
I want to go back on my trip with the girl I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ,
Damn, Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Let's go save the world.
You take care of the suit. I'll take care of the music.
I'm gonna get so many followers.
Oh, yeah. Never doing that again. I'm never doing that again.
The costume looks great.
She knows. I told her.
He didn't tell me. I figured it out.
It's cool. I mean, I've known first and I've known longer, but it's not a competition.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren, and in an interesting turn of events, we have a leaked Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. It's unclear where this came from or how it got out, but there is a lot of new footage in it, so let's go and break it down. Quick reminder about my giveaway: when I hit 450,000 subscribers, I will be picking 3 winners to pick 1 item from the Marvel Legends series collection. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can enter. So this trailer starts off with something very important. Peter is talking to Aunt May and she asks him if he took down the Manfredi mob. This is an Easter egg and a reference to a Spider-Man villain, Silvermane, who also goes by the name Silvio Manfredi. Silvermane runs a criminal organization that is basically a mob, so this is the mob that she is referring to. And in the comics, Silvermane works with many villains including Hydra and Kingpin. So it'll be interesting to see if this means something in Spider-Man Far From Home or if it's just a little Easter egg. After the scene, we have the normal talk of Peter going on vacation, and then we have this scene with Hydro Man. We have a little bit of new footage here, including how Hydro Man arrives, and when he arrives, Ned and Betty are in a canal boat together, and Hydro Man causes so much commotion in the water that he actually manages to splash them onto the shore. This is just one instance of probably the many times that Peter Parker's friends are going to be in trouble in Spider-Man Far From Home, and we know this because we've heard Peter say in other trailers that he wants to protect his friends. And we also know that some of his friends at least are going to figure out that he is Spider-Man, which also puts them in jeopardy. Then Mysterio shows up and he helps fight Hydro Man, and then we get some footage that we haven't seen before, a conversation between Ned and Peter Parker. Ned asks Peter, "What are you going to do?" And Peter says, "Nothing, that new guy's all over it." So we know by now from many trailers that Peter is just trying to enjoy a vacation as a teenager. He doesn't really want to be Spider-Man right now. He's mourning the loss of Tony Stark still as well. This is something that actually happens quite often. Spider-Man tries to not become Spider-Man anymore, but just be Peter Parker. But then of course something happens where he has to come back as Spider-Man. And we actually get more of him talking about just enjoying his vacation as a teenager in the next new scene that we get in this trailer. We see Spider-Man in his stealth suit and he's fighting Molten Man alongside of Mysterio. Now it's unclear if they have actually met at this point, but they probably have, considering their first interaction is most likely with Hydro Man. So this is possibly the first footage that we got of them working together to take on an elemental, not Mysterio stepping in at the last minute to help save Peter Parker. And during this footage that is being shown, we hear Peter say, "I didn't think that I was going to have to save the world this summer." Again, referring to the fact that he doesn't really want to be Spider-Man at this point in time. He just wants to be a normal teenager and enjoy his vacation. He's also trying to tell MJ that he likes her and trying to start a relationship with her, and also trying to mourn the loss of Tony Stark still. Which is what he says when Mysterio asks him, "What do you want, Peter?" He says, "I just want to go back on my trip with the girl that I really like and tell her how I feel." So in this scene right here, not only do we find out that Peter just really wants to be a teenager right now, but it's also Mysterio trying to be a mentor to Peter Parker. Now, this is part of Mysterio's plan. He does not want Peter Parker to be Spider-Man. This is because Mysterio wants to be the main hero. He wants to be the next Iron Man. So he's trying to get Peter out of the way. So Mysterio's attempt to mentor Peter is really him trying to get him to not be Spider-Man anymore. That way, when Spider-Man is gone, Mysterio can step in and be the hero that everybody loves. So this is going to be Mysterio's first tactic. He's going to try and convince Peter to just be a teenager and not be Spider-Man. But of course, at some point in time in the movie, that will fail. Peter will come back as Spider-Man, and then Mysterio will have to try and defeat Spider-Man so he can take his place. Then we have brief footage of Mysterio telling Peter, "Let's go save the world," and then we cut to a scene with Happy and Peter. Peter is on Happy's super advanced plane. This is either a Stark Industry plane or it's a SHIELD plane, because the plane is super advanced. We hear Happy tell Peter, "You take care of the suit, I'll take care of the music." So Happy is obviously going to play a very important role in the MCU moving forward. He was Tony's right-hand man, super close with him and Pepper. At the end of Avengers Endgame, we saw him taking care of little Morgan Stark, and now he's being a mentor to Peter. And in this scene, we see the new Spider-Man suit, the red and black one, being made. We know that Peter is going to fight some of the elementals at first and have a really hard time fighting them. We've also seen in other trailers Spider-Man's suit kind of burned when he goes and hugs MJ. So his first suit probably gets pretty much destroyed fighting an elemental, and now he has to make a new suit. So that's what we see in this scene right here. And then immediately after, we see the plane flying away from smoke and fire. Obviously, this is one of the elementals, or a few of them. Peter is on the wing of the plane, he has his new suit, and we see him jump off and go into the fight. We then have a scene of Spider-Man web slinging with MJ on his arm. This takes place in New York, so this could take place after the events of Spider-Man Far From Home play out, because MJ would know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So it's either at the end or in the very beginning of the movie before they go on their vacation. But she talks to him like she does know that it's Peter. She says, "Okay, I'm never doing that again." So it's almost like MJ and Peter are now together after all the events happen in Spider-Man Far From Home, and Peter is like, "Hey, do you want to go for a swing to see what it's like?" But we'll see when the movie comes out. And then we have a comedic scene at the end where MJ discovers that Peter is Spider-Man. He's in his stealth suit, and then Ned walks in and says that the suit looks great. Peter then leaves, and we see Ned get a little bit jealous of Peter's romantic interest, and he wants to make it known that he is Spider-Man's best friend and he knew about Peter first. So that's it for this new leaked Spider-Man Far From Home trailer that we got. I'm guessing that this trailer will probably come out pretty soon. It could even come out today, but I wanted to get it to you all as fast as I possibly could. So let me know what you think about it, and let me know what you think about these brand new Spider-Man Far From Home scenes. Let me know